Have you ever felt like you're not really getting anywhere and you start to worry about what other people are thinking or that you're maybe just not good enough? And maybe you're thinking, what's the point in doing this? And worrying about how other people perceive you because maybe you've set on a mission to do something in January, like I want to be an artist or I want to, make my own art or I want to sell my own art. And maybe you've had this dream, maybe you shared it with a few people and it's not working, it's not happening. And now you're kind of approaching June, July, halfway through the year, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I must look ridiculous and I must just look like an idiot because I'm just not getting anywhere and I'm failing and people just think I'm really crap and I think I'm crap. That's what I want to talk about in today's episode because quite often there are things happening to you that you can't see and foundations being laid and you're probably underestimating the impact that you're having on yourself and other people. So that's what I want to talk about today. I speak of this because I have been there many, many times. In fact, recently, I mean, I've been there so many times and I kind of was there probably last month. But I also see it in so many other people as well. And I have done for the last 10 years of doing all of this and working with artists, where I see people set out on a journey and you know what it's like when you get all excited about something and you think, oh my gosh, I could do this and maybe I could like start watercolors or maybe I could actually make a living, and you get all excited and you're all enthused and you set off on this journey and you've got that power behind you, and then things don't go right and you get a no, you make an artwork and it looks terrible. Maybe, I don't know, you've tried something and it just fails massively, and what then starts to happen is you start to lose the vision, you start to lose the faith, and you start to think that you're rubbish, and you start to tell yourself, why am I doing this? What's the point in doing this? And what's worse is when you start to think what other people are thinking about you when you don't even know for a fact. I mean, some of them might be saying it. I've had experiences before where I have had that, where people are going like, what are you doing? Why are you putting all your effort into this? You're not getting anywhere. Why don't you go and get a proper job? And I've had people say things to me like that make me start to question and derail and go, yeah, why am I doing this? You're right, this is so stupid. And what I've learned over the years is that when we embark on something or towards something that we really feel excited about, or we did feel excited about, and then we get derailed and we start to envisage a different picture of what the reality is really like, or people start to fuel the negativity in our mind to think this is never going to happen and I'm really rubbish. Why am I doing this? I'm making myself look stupid. That's the danger then, is because then your brain starts to go, right, we're not going to do this anymore. Let's just stop. But actually, this is all part of the journey, these experiences and things not going right and the way you feel. And art doesn't always go the way you want it to. And sales don't just come instantly. These things we don't just sail through life and through these dreams and just get there. It's just not the reality. And what I have realized recently is that myself and often a lot of people really underestimate the impact that you're having, even though you can't see it. Because I think what happens when things start to go wrong, or you're not moving at a pace that you're expecting, or this vision that you have in your head, it's not coming to fruition. I'm not seeing it. This is not at the standard that I want to be making art. This is not the money that I want to be making. This is not this. This is not that. We start focusing on the negative parts of this journey, of what we're missing, of what's not happening, of, this isn't going right. I'm getting this no, this is terrible. And what we're not actually focusing on in those moments are the lessons that we're learning, the resilience that we're learning, that it takes tenacity. And actually, in every single action we take, there is a lesson. When you think about that, it's mind blowing. But every action, every step we take, we are learning. We are learning something. And when you are tuning into what it is that excites you or did excite you, because you might have lost what excites you, like I said at the beginning, when you feel all fired up and you've got that momentum, it's like, woohoo, come on, bring it on. And then things start to happen. And the way I imagine this is like I have a bucket inside my head. And it's the confidence bucket, it's the belief bucket, it's the fuel that goes, right, let's do this. And when we take part in workshops and when we listen to people, the bucket's filled up and it's like, come on, I can do this. I want to make this art. I want to do this. And the bucket has a hole in the bottom and it's trickling out all the time. And then as soon as something goes wrong or someone says something to you or you say something to yourself and you do an artwork and it's rubbish and then you haven't got any time, you wanted to make art this week, the week's swallowed you up and you haven't done anything and you just think, I'm such a rubbish person. I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing that. And you're focusing on all the knots and I should and all of the things. And that then leaks the bucket. The bucket's like, and scarily, when it ends up empty, that's when we're in a dark place and we just want to give up. And it's like, what is the point? There's just no point to this anymore. And that is the danger. And that's when we want to fill the bucket back up again, because there is a point. If you started on that journey in the first place, there is a point. And what you want to do is reconnect with that, because there was a reason you're doing this and we're getting derailed. The bucket's emptied because of all the noise from other people and the opinions of yourself. So we want to fill that bucket back up. A quote that always resonates with me is, when people lose their way, they've lost their why. And if you tune back in again with the art that you want to make, whatever it is, I want to sell my art, I want to do this style, and I want to loosen up, I want to dedicate a few hours a week to this art practice. You want to get back excited about that, tune into that again, because then if you've got someone saying something to you that's negative, like, what's the point in doing this? Where are you going with this? It's a waste of your time. What we can then do is go back to the impact that that's having on you. That's what we've lost sometimes. It's realizing the impact of your actions and what you're doing. Because if you're embarking on being an artist and you want to go ahead and, try and make some money from your artwork, but you're not getting anywhere and the bills are piling up and you've got someone in your ear saying, where's this going? Usually we've just lost sight of, it's not just about the money. And actually being an artist is fueling so much more inside of me. And every time I make a mistake and I'm not getting the sale, I'm learning from this. I'm learning. And actually, you owning your art and your creativity is so inspiring to other people. You probably can't see that, but you creating artwork and saying, and saying, this is my artwork, there's probably people watching you or seeing you that are inspired by what you're doing. You're just not sharing it, and you're underestimating that impact that you're having on yourself and on others. The more people own themselves and what it is they want to do and share that and encourage other people to share that, it has a ripple effect on other people. So the more you do that, the more you're going to impact other people as well. So I share this because I've had people say to me in the past, I'm not getting anywhere. I've put this out, it's not working. I'm getting really fed up with it. But you don't realize the impact, because you're focusing on all the things that aren't working and what's not happening. There could be people watching you on social media. There could be people watching you anywhere going, wow, look at that person. Look at that person doing their art and pushing it out there. How inspiring they are. And yes, you are. But not everyone's going to keep saying that to you and share that with you. So there's all these silent people that you're probably impacting in so many ways by doing what you're doing, and you don't see it. But also the impact that you're having on yourself by doing something that you really want to do. There is nothing more joyful in life than doing something that really lights you up, something that makes you feel good. So as soon as art doesn't make you feel good anymore, it's probably because you're focusing on the wrong things about the art making process. You want to get back in touch with your why and get excited again about why you're doing this, not the output and the outcome that's emptying your bucket inside your head and draining you of confidence and self-belief and excitement about what you're doing. So you want to get fueled up about that again and understand that everything that's happening and everything that's going wrong or feels like it's going wrong and it's not moving, it's not doing this, they are all lessons. I've got to say that this year, my year is not turning out anything like I planned it to be at all. And my mantra right now, I'm saying it every day: trust the process, trust the process. Everything is happening at the right time, as it should be. I'm in the right place and the right time. And when you trust that process, it just relieves that fear that, oh my gosh, I should be doing this and I should be doing that. And everything is happening right now as it should be. I have had so many things go wrong, so many things. I've had some really harsh lessons this year. That's what I'm calling them. Harsh, harsh lessons, not failures, not things that I've done wrong. Big lessons this year that I have learnt, and they have been tough to deal with. And I've had an emotional time recently, and I'm embracing it because it's teaching me. They're teaching me. These things are teaching me and directing me. And so it's having an impact on me, and might be uncomfortable, but I know that I'm learning and I'm becoming wiser, and I'm now learning how to make better decisions in the future. So at the crux of all of this, though, is whatever it is, whatever that direction is that you're taking, whether it's through your art, selling your art, maybe trying to loosen up a style or something, if you're feeling that way about giving up and it's not going the way you want it to, get back in touch with your why, get excited again, set that intention of, yeah, okay, this is difficult, it's not going the way I hoped it would, but this is why I want to do this. And then when someone says to you, you know, why are you doing what you're doing and it's going nowhere, you then have that fuel in your bucket to say, this is why I'm doing this. It takes time. Even if it doesn't work out, I love doing this. It's feeding my soul, it's feeding me. I need this in my life. And then if you feel that, then that will keep you going through those bad times or through those challenging times. So the other thing as well I wanted to just add to this conversation is, when you're first starting out, I have a lot of people in my community that go, oh, I've made a sale, but it was just a family, it was just a friend, you know, it wasn't really a sale. That is still a sale. And again, it's underestimating the impact that you're having on other people, because even if someone has bought from you out of sympathy, which I'm going to hold my hands up, most of my first sales were people buying from me out of sympathy. They were. Um, they were all my friends, people that didn't even, I remember when I was selling for United Art Space, most of my sales came from friends who didn't even like art. They just bought from me. But you know what? And that's okay. And it's okay because you've had it, even though they've done that, they're giving you a sign, and they're filling your bucket. They're filling your bucket. So those people who are buying from you and you think, oh no, they don't really want to buy from me, use that to fuel your bucket, not to empty the bucket. Don't use it in that way. You can choose whether it empties your bucket or fills your bucket. Use it to fill your bucket. Use it as, oh my gosh, well, you know, I know they don't really want it, but they bought it. They believe in me. Someone believes in me and they want me to succeed. That's amazing. So never ever downplay or underestimate those sales or whatever, you know, the support that you've had that doesn't feel like it's a proper sale because it was from someone you didn't know. And I know this impacts people because whenever I get then a story from someone that says I made a sale and it was from one I didn't know, it's like, yay. um, But there's nothing wrong with those first few steps. I remember another artist said to me, I've got an exhibition, but it's in my uncle's restaurant, so it doesn't really feel like it counts. Of course it counts. This is how everyone gets started, and you've had an impact. Your uncle believes in you. He's giving you this opportunity. Use that to fill your bucket, not to drain your bucket. So it's how we respond to situations. So even if you're having the sales from friends, from family, that's still an impact you're having on other people. Don't underestimate the impact you're having. They see something in you where they go, wow, you're doing this, you're doing something that you love. That's so inspiring, and I want to help you. Fill the bucket, don't empty it. So that's it for this week. That's my ramblings and my deep thinking. I will be back next week for another episode of Motivational Monday. So take care and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.